So, it has been a narrative the entire season. What in the world is going on with Ivan Demidov of SKA St Petersburg, the best Montreal Canadiens prospect, a guy who is on pace. I say on pace, he's not going to guaranteed do it, but he's on pace to besting out Kirill Kaprizov's U20 KHL point scoring record. I probably should have had this open. Shout out to Josh Levo, by the way, the #1 KHL point guy at the moment. But if you go over to the KHL's U20 history, Ivan Demidov is right here. He is 5th overall. And as we had talked about in the previous Ivan Demidov update, the fact that he is doing this well on this team is astounding, because if you just limit this entire list to SKA St Petersburg players, you will notice that SKA St Petersburg U20 guys rarely get any form of significant point production. This is because it's so hard to crack SKA St Petersburg as a young dude. It's even harder to do so and get significant minutes. Ivan Demidov doesn't even get significant minutes, but he has still produced at the highest point per game clip any U20 SKA player has ever seen, even when you include the guys who only have 2 games played. It's pretty ridiculous what Demidov is doing, and if you go over to just all KHL teams, he is still right there in the thick of it. Everybody knows, from the screen to the ring to the pen to the king, he is all the way there in the top 5, and he is on pace to besting out Dala Bill Kirill. Demidov is on pace for 53 points in 67 games played, which would be astounding, and especially when you consider the fact that his ice time has gone up and down and up and down, it is an incredible season that he is having. I mean, just look at this. 22 minutes time on ice and 3 points against Severstal Cherepovets. This is just a few weeks removed from him getting multiple 6-minute, 8-minute, 6-minute games in here. This stretch was terrible, and in fact, he went however many games this is, only scoring himself 1 point. Ivan Demidov and the way Roman Rotenberg has been deploying him, it's been such an intriguing storyline to follow in the KHL, but now, via TVA Sports and the article here written by Nick Kluche, we finally understand what lies behind Ivan Demidov's purgatory. This article was initially French, but I translated it to English via the Google machine. It'll be linked in the description, also alongside of our ExpressVPN affiliate link, so if you do need a VPN, go out there and use our affiliate page. It helps out the channel, and you get to save money with some free months on your VPN. But this article is going to be in the description as well, translated, of course, by Nick Kluche. It talks about why Ivan Demidov is going out there with some inconsistent at best ice time. Let's scroll down and read this. Was Ivan Demidov benched because he turned down a contract extension from SKA St Petersburg 3 times last month? At least, that's what a source close to the Montreal Canadiens prospect's entourage is saying behind the scenes. Ivan refused a contract offer from SKA St Petersburg all 3 times, our source said on the phone. He doesn't want anything to do with another year with SKA. One of the offers submitted by the SKA St Petersburg team is for 2 years and an average annual value of 40 million rubles, which is approximately $560,000 Canadian, with bonuses that can exceed the value of the annual salary, we were told. Our speaker has worked with the KHL and even for an NHL team over the years, and he assures that the young forward's decrease in playing time is directly linked to his contractual situation with SKA. It's not like he's been playing badly, the source said. He's been very good, especially for an 18-year-old. He's doing fantastic things on the ice. In fact, Evgeny Kuznetsov has spoken highly of him. Kuznetsov wanted a linemate like Demidov who would allow him to play a style of game he likes. He and Demidov have a great connection. For head coach Roman Rotenberg, the contract situation is a very important issue. And Demidov, with whom our source says has a regular contract, apparently knew what to expect even before the KHL season began. When he was drafted by the Canadiens, his intentions to land in North America in 2025-2026 were known. He knew it would be difficult, our source said. Moreover, Demidov's agent Dan Milstein refuses to make any comments about his client as long as he plays in the KHL. His motives are certainly understandable. There's a lot more in this article that we can go out there and read, but I just wanted to talk about that introductory idea. SKA St. Petersburg has offered this dude multiple contracts, and multiple times he has said no. And because he said no, that's why head coach Roman Rotenberg is playing the guy so few minutes. Now, we had discussed this in the previous Demidov video, but probably, most likely, the reason the guy is getting more minutes now is because SKA St. Petersburg isn't really doing all too hot in the KHL standings. They're just outside the Western Conference playoff race. They're not really one of the best teams like we all thought they would be. I mean, we always think SKA St. Petersburg is going to be good because they usually are. This season, the team is just not doing as well as we had hoped. And to the surprise of everybody, they are just barely on the outside of their expectations. So, with this in mind, Roman Rotenberg has no choice. Hey, the guy rejected a whole bunch of contract offers, so we're going to play him less, but now we stink, so we got to play him more. So we got no choice here but to use him because he's our best player. And so for SKA St. Petersburg, this is definitely not out of the realm of normalcy for them and their team. Playing politics with their players, getting involved with the contract situations, using the contract and the status quo as fuel to give guys less playing time. This has always been the case with their young guys on the team, who always have had difficult times breaking out and getting significant minutes because they're being punished for wanting to go to the NHL. And for Demidov, who's offer, I mean, he's getting offered $560,000 AAV. Like, what the hell, really? The guy's gonna get $900,000 AAV in US dollars when he comes over to Montreal. Like, there's no reason for him to go out there and accept this, unless he's just really happy to be in Russia and he wants to play KHL hockey for the next 2-3 years. And obviously, based off of everything he has talked about in the media, in the interviews, when he was drafted, and everything since then, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to play in the NHL. And so, even with his agent going out there and not expanding on the situation, yeah, no, obviously, he's doing that for the safety of his own client. You know how crazy things can get with Russian hockey things, and especially with SKA St. Petersburg, pretty much the military-funded team. Let's scroll down over here. The article talks about how this is a similar situation to Alexander Romanov. You're wasting your time trying to find logic, our source said. Roman Rotenberg has done this to several players in the past. He doesn't understand that you need to go about it in other ways to convince a player with potential to stay. Blackmail is a common strategy with young KHL players, a practice that is certainly not exclusive to Demidov. In an interview in 2020, former Canadiens draft guru Trevor Timmins explained to the media that Alexander Romanov's reduced playing time with CSKA Moscow was directly linked with his desire to play in the NHL soon. In fact, within the SKA team alone, there are many examples in recent history. The article then says, hey, Podkolzin was there, Ivan Morozov was there, Marchenko was there, Askarov was there. They all exhibited the same thing with SKA St. Petersburg. Roman Rotenberg feels the pressure from the media and from the outside to give Ivan more playing time because he's excellent when he gets on the ice. When he plays 3 to 5 minutes, every one of his shifts is incredible. He makes creative plays. They can't demote him, since Ivan is too good. Rotenberg's credibility as a hardcore coach is a matter of debate. When he took over from Valery Bragin at the beginning of the 2020 season, he had no experience as a coach or a player at the pro level. He's more of a manager than a coach, our source illustrated. He assembles the lines and deploys the players during the match, but SKA's training sessions are supervised by his assistants. One may wonder whether Rotenberg created a climate within his team conducive to introspection. He hates criticism, our speaker said. He only wants to hear good things about himself, and his staff is like that too. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Ivan Demidov's situation, his purgatory over here, and how he turned down SKA St. Petersburg multiple times, which has resulted in his lack of playing time this season. We all know the answer now, folks. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.